everyone, and thank you for joining us for Tri-Valley High School's 2020 Academic Awards program. Usually we hold this program with an all-school assembly towards the end of the year in our gym, and with all of us unable to be together, we are going to do the best we can with this video. We would want to honor and recognize some fantastic students through this. One of the silver linings that we are hoping that comes from doing this video is that even more of your family and friends are able to recognize and celebrate with us all. So we have a ton of presenters with us today. I'm going to show everybody and welcome them to the show. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us, presenters. And so we're going to be cutting to everyone throughout this video. And we would like to first, however, go to our academic challenge competition. And with that, we'll have Mr. Benter take it away. Thank you, Mr. Benter.
Thank you, Mr. Durgis. It's my pleasure to start off the show and my honor to introduce to you the 2020 Academic Challenge team. I'd like to share with you our season and introduce our team to you and share their accomplishments with you. So the Academic Challenge is put on by Eastern University, Eastern Illinois University, to promote participation in science and engineering. And to compete, students compete against students from other local schools by taking tests in biology, chemistry, physics, math, computer science, English, and engineering graphics. So let me introduce the team to you first. We were led by our captains, Nick Bierman, our senior captain, and Arya Colty, our junior captain. Unfortunately, Arya moved away to Texas with her family during the school year, so we miss her, but she was able to compete with us still at the regional level. They were joined by the varsity team, which was Jacob Corsaw, Alexandria Jones, Drew Kitterman, Emily Knox, Aiden Kurtyak, Aaron Mushrush, Sydney Nelson, Ryan Steiner, Isaiah Streetmatter, Caleb Vance, Ella Wargo, and Charlotte Watson. In addition to those 14, we also had a junior varsity team too. That included Ty Baxter, Lucas Burgard, Lauren Christopher, the dynamic Dickey duo of Sam and Matthew, Katya Ifa, Bree Fleur, Natalie Garneau, Sydney Haas, Matthew Holloway, Camden McFarland, Taylor Jones, Stephen Nib, Adam Knox, Marshall Moody, Katie Percy, Windsor Roberts, James Salisbury, Jacob Simpson, the super dynamic duo of Summer and Garrett Sheely, Nate Sutton, Zach Thomas, and Yakov Will. So almost 40 of us went to Heartland College for a day, and we took our tests. The results came in. We placed third this year behind U High and Central Catholic and ahead of Olympia. That officially ended our regional season. However, we did have a few individuals place. Nick Bierman was first place in computer science. Ella Wargo was second place in biology. And Drew Kitterman was third place in biology. Nick and Ella's first and second place finishes allowed them to continue on to the sectional level. Unfortunately, our season was curtailed because of the COVID outbreak, and so the sectionals never took place. Nevertheless, I'm sure they would have done a great job, and I thank all of our team members for a good season, and I wish the seniors the best, and I hope to see the rest of you back next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Benner, and well done to all the students who were a part of that academic challenge team. Next up to recognize both the new inductees and the National Honor Society and next year's Student Council is Mrs. Sherry Riley. Take it away, Sarah.
Hi, everybody. I hope you're well. Congratulations to the newest members of the Tri-Valley National Honor Society. There's a lot. Madison Christian, Andrew Dardis, Anthony Decker, Ben Dishert, Davis Donovan, Paige Fitzgerald, Molly Forbes, J.C. Goff, Heather Geldy, Sydney Haas, Gabby Irwin, George Isaacs, Elliot Johnson, Taylor Jones, Adam Knox, Emily Knox, Aiden Kurtyak, Taylor LaFond, Alex Markwell, Grace Martin, Luke Mishka, Addison Ritchie, Mila Sakinas, Isaiah Streetmatter, Zach Thomas, Katie Traugott, Riley Watson, and Ashley Whitty. Congratulations. Looking forward to working with you all. As Student Council sponsor, I'm excited to announce this year's officers. They're in charge of the entire Student Council, which is comprised of the freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior class officers. As president, Charlotte Watson. Vice President, Allie Carroll. Treasurer, Josh Stewart. Secretary Summer Shealy, and reporter Spencer Williams. Congratulations.
Thank you, Sarah, and congratulations to all of the inductees and also the new student council team. We're excited to be working with you next school year. Next up, we have our literary awards, and joining us is our district librarian, Mrs. Amy Mauser. Welcome, Mrs. Mauser.
Hi, everybody. I'm here giving out an award that our library sponsors each year called the Lincoln Award. Anybody, freshman through senior, are able to participate. So if you didn't participate this year, talk to your high school English teacher. They'll have information of how you can participate next year. The Lincoln Award is sponsored through the Association of Illinois School Library Educators. Each year, a list of 20 books is announced, and students who complete the program have to read at least 4 books off of that list and complete a short Google form survey about the book. So this year I have 4 students from the high school who completed the program requirements. They'll be receiving a certificate and a $25 Barnes & Noble gift card. And they are Emma Mast, Morgan Mauser, Anthony Decker, and Caden Howard. So congratulations to those 4 students. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Mauser. Next up, we're going to be going to our department awards. And so each year, teachers have a really tough task. I ask them to meet in their departments and come up with one person to recognize within their department. And I know it is really tough selection. They have a lot of debate and discourse on who that person is going to be. I don't envy them in trying to do that, but thank them for being involved. So first, we're going to start with Ag and Ms. Shelby Cooper. And thank you for joining us, Ms. Cooper. The floor is yours.
Excellent. Thanks, Mr. Durgis. This award is given to a student who is active in the agriculture community, driven to be a lifelong learner, passionate about sharing their story, and leads their classmates in scholarship and service. This year's winner is a 4-year agriculture student who has been invaluable to growing our program and recruiting new members. When he's not in the classroom, you can find him active on his family's farm, invested in improving the future of agriculture. The Ag Department is proud to award Cole Neubauer the Agriculture Academic Award.
All right, thank you, Ms. Cooper. Appreciate it. And next up, we're going to be going to art, and presenting our Art Department Award is Ms. Rachel Angus. Welcome, Ms. Angus.
Thank you, Mr. Durgis. This student exemplifies what the graduating art student at Tri-Valley should be. This student is dedicated, they are willing to go outside of their comfort zone, and more importantly, they understand how to apply their skills to benefit the lives of others. This student is McKenna O'Rourke. She has been an active member of the art club for 4 years. She has volunteered her time to help the Elementary Art Festival and the summer art camps. She has been involved in several different art shows and won awards. But most importantly, what impressed me the most was how she dedicated 4 weeks of her summer in 2019 to lead and execute the American Legion mural project and the elementary blacktop paintings, which many of you have seen. Both of these projects brought great joy and pride to our community. Therefore, it is my honor to bestow the 2020 Art Departmental Award to McKenna O'Rourke.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Angus. Next, we have joining us is Mrs. Stacy Gibbs, and Mrs. Gibbs is presenting the Business Department Award. Welcome, Ms. Gibbs.
Thank you, Mr. Durgis. Hi, everyone. This year's Business Department Award goes to Nick Bierman. In Intro to Business this year, he always worked above and beyond my expectations, and he could see how all of the content related to real life. In computer science this year, Nick has always been one to put his best foot forward in every task he takes on. This year, he took on the added responsibility of an independent study, AP Computer Science course, and didn't miss a step. Working effectively with his classmates and on his own, Nick continued to produce high-level work even after the stay-at-home order was put into effect. And he completed all of his assignments with high marks. For all of these reasons, Nick is the recipient of the Business Award this year. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Gibbs. Okay, next we have joining us is I want to make sure I do these right. Next up, we have the English department, and joining us for the English department award is Mrs. Janelle Himmel.
Thank you, Mr. Durgis. Okay. Is it working?
I see you.
You see
on.
me? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the English award always goes to a student who has chosen to challenge themselves by taking the upper level courses AP Language and AP Literature. And Ms. Leek and I look at the student's performance in both classes to determine who gets the award. We look for someone who not only excels at reading, writing, speaking, and listening, but someone who regularly contributes to class discussions, pushing their peers to think more deeply and critically. We look for someone who pushes themselves to strengthen their own skills by revising their essays because they know that writing is a process that can always be improved. It's always really hard to select just one student because there are so many students who fit the description I just gave. But the recipient this year is Lauren Carter. Congratulations, Lauren. The English department commends you on your hard work and your dedication to reading, writing, speaking, and listening.
Thank you, Mrs. Himmel. All right, next we have a first-year teacher that's presenting, but when you're the only teacher in your department, you get to do the presenting. So welcome Mr. Clayton Nigg to present our Industrial Technology Award.
All right, thank you, Mr. Durgis. So the student I've picked for the Industrial Tech Award was in both Carpentry and Metals 2 this past year. He did very well in both classes, but is an outstanding metal fabricator and welder. So with that, I am proud to recognize Austin Reynolds with the Industrial Tech Award. So congratulations, Austin.
Thank you, Mr. Nigg, and thank you for joining us. And congrats to Austin. So our next award, I know this one had to have been a tough one, and this is the Math Department Award. And joining us with the Math Department Award is Mr. Korn. Mr. Korn, take it away.
All right, thank you, Mr. Durgis. The Math Department considers the qualities of hard work, intuition, and inquiry to be important for students as they progress through mathematics. These qualities are what drive our selection for the Mathematics Department Award. In addition to consistently displaying these qualities, a high level of performance throughout all mathematics classes is also considered. There were many students who consistently displayed these qualities from the senior class, but this year's Mathematics Department Award has been given to Nick Bierman. So congratulations, Nick.
Thank you, Mr. Korn, and thank you. Congratulations to Mr. Bierman. Next up, we have the Science Award, and the Science Department has Mrs. Chrissy Vo joining us to recognize their award winner. Welcome, Mrs. Vo.
Thank you, Mr. Durgis. So this student has taken 5 science classes in the 4 years that she was here at Tri-Valley, and even requested to come back and be my student assistant during an anatomy class so she could sit through it again. She participated in the cadaver lab and made such an impression on them that they asked her back the following year. She's a passion for science, and so she's pursuing a nursing degree at ISU in the fall. So it is my honor to award CC Kraft the 2020 Science Department Award. Congratulations, CC.
Congratulations, CC. Thank you, Mrs. Vo.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, we have social studies or social sciences, and joining us today is Mr. Zindars, Mr. Cameron Zindars, and the floor is yours, Mr. Zindars.
Thank you, Mr. Durgis. Our recipient of the History Award this year goes to Yaakov Will. We chose Yaakov for quite a few reasons, but the one that was probably the most obvious is he has a deep passion for history. I can remember many conversations we would have about the books he was reading outside of class that he was just doing for fun. On top of the fact that he took both dual basically dual credit U.S. history as well as AP psychology. I'm also mostly excited that Yaakov plans to pursue a career becoming a history teacher at ISU in the fall. Also, with the award that he's getting, we're giving him this book by David McCulloch that the Gilder Lehrman, a U.S. History Institute, sent to Yakov. So he'll get that, and he'll also qualify for a potential scholarship if he chooses to apply for it. So it's pretty exciting, a little extra addition to the award. Congratulations, Yakov.
Thank you, Mr. Zindars. And for our last department awards, we're actually going to have two people presenting some awards for our music department, and that is Mr. and Mrs. Marcotte. Welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Marcotte.
Thank you, Mr. Sturgis. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all well. Well, welcome from the new auditorium, from the back of the auditorium. We have a couple of awards to give out this evening, or this afternoon. And the first one we'd like to give out is the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award, which is a 4-year award awarded to a person who shows most initiative, creativity, and musicianship in jazz band, which is an extracurricular group. This is not a class. This is just an extra thing that kids do on their own. This young man has always been somewhat of an old soul to me because he just enjoys things that are kind of throwback back in the day. So this award is going to be awarded to Mr. John Devine. So congratulations, John.
For the choir, we're going to give out the National Choral Award, presented to a 4-year senior of the choral department, to honor their dedication and musical achievement. This year's recipient is a wonderful example of a singer who just loves to sing. She goes out of her way to assist the other members of the choir to be the best that they can be. She has a wonderful smile and a willingness to join in. Congratulations to this year's National Choral Award winner, Sarah Bull.
Our last award, which we've been giving out last Monday night at our spring concert, this is our John Philip Sousa Award. This is the award that is given to a 4-year senior who participated in band and exhibits just the best musicianship and leadership that you would hope to ask for any senior. So this student has been just a stellar player for me and just an outstanding citizen of our band. So I'd like to award our Louis Armstrong our John Philip Sousa Award to Caleb Vance. Congratulations, Caleb. Thank you.
All right, and thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Marcotte, for showing us up and making us all look underdressed for this event. And nice job with the background as well. I hope all of our students can see that play soon. All right, so next we're going to go to moving on away from the department awards. Thank you to all the teachers that jumped in and joined us for that. Next up is joining us is our school counselor, Mrs. Erin Holenkamp, and she's going to be recognizing our Illinois State Scholars. Floor is yours, Mrs. Holenkamp. Mrs. Holenkamp, go ahead and unmute first. There we go.
Thank you. Got it.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Durges. The State Scholar Program recognizes students attending approved high schools for outstanding academic achievement. State Scholar designation provides honorary recognition with no monetary award. Approximately the top 10% of graduates from high schools are announced as State Scholars each year. The Illinois State Scholar distinction is determined by the state's formula that uses 6 semesters of unweighted GPA, test scores, and class size. Our Illinois State Scholars for the class of 2020 are Bryce Badillion, Nicholas Bierman, Lauren Carter, Jacob Corsaw, Brianna Donovan, Alexandria Jones, Sydney Nelson, Drew Rosinski, Jacob Simpson, Ryan Steiner, Nathan Sutton, and Ella Wargo. And I have certificates at my office that I will be getting to you guys at some point.
Thank you, Ms. Holenkamp. Appreciate you joining us. All right, so I also have another recognition that had come out earlier this year, but I wanted to make sure that they were included as well with a certificate that's going to be coming to them, and that's the National Merit Letter of Commendation. And so this was presented earlier this year to one of our seniors, Jacob Corsaw, and this comes through the National Merit Scholarship Program. Jacob earned this recognition as one of the top scorers in the nation during the fall 2018 PSAT qualifying exam. Only 3 to 4% of the nation received this honor. So great job, Jacob. And he is also the winner of because of this recognition, he was the winner of the State Farm Foundation Scholarship. Once again, congratulations to Jacob Corsaw. The next award I would like to present is the HOYC scholarship nominations. So each of our 13 schools in the Heart of Illinois Conference may nominate one student for 4 different awards that are handed out by the conference each year. It is an honor just to be nominated and selected by our coaches and teachers to represent our school for these awards. So congratulations to the following seniors who were selected to represent Tri-Valley. For male athlete, Ryan Steiner. For female athlete, Reagan Danko. For fine arts, McKenna O'Rourke. And for the academic award, Nick Bierman. Reagan was named a finalist for the female athlete scholarship. However, we were unable to have the interview process to select the winner. Instead, the conference decided that the scholarship dollars would be divided equally among the 3 finalists. So congratulations to Reagan and congratulations to all of the nominees. Next, so the next award is perhaps one of the most difficult awards to receive, and that is perfect attendance. And I'm not exaggerating when it takes commitment and dedication to not miss a day of school for an entire year. This year, attendance was considered through March 16th, which was our last day of in-house school. Every year, we set aside $500 to be divided among those who win the Perfect Attendance Award, and we'll be doing that the same this year. Typically, we'll have 3 to 5 students that win this Perfect Attendance Award. However, this year, we have 14. So you will all be divided up at 14. That's about $35, but hey, that's $35 more than what you had before. So congratulations to all of these students who were perfect attendance this year. Davis Donovan, Brendan Harbin, Matthew Holloway, George Isaacs, Jessica Jones, Marlena Little, Jaden Majorato, Christian Perez, Caitlin Rice, Joelle Roberts, Zachary Schumer, Kaylin Tolley, Brandon Weekman. And we had one student who is a back-to-back perfect attendance champion, and that is Luke Mishka. That means Luke has yet to miss a day of school in high school. Congratulations to Luke and all the other Perfect Attendance Award winners. The last award that we're going to have for a school award before we move on to athletics is the graduation featured speaker. And at Tri-Valley High School, there are 2 speeches that are made by graduating seniors at their graduation ceremony. One speech is made by the class president, and this year we have co-class presidents, and that is Lauren Carter and Liana Benjamin. The other speech is made by our featured speaker. This person is nominated by their classmates and then voted on by our faculty and staff. We ask that the staff select the nominee who would best represent the efforts and personality of their class and provide an insightful and engaging message. I'm very proud to announce that the featured speaker for the class of 2020 is Sydney Nelson. Now we will move to part 2 of our awards, which is athletics. I would like to welcome our athletic director, Mr. Josh Roop, to recognize our first several athletic awards. All right, the floor is yours, Mr. Roop.
The Tri-Valley Tri-Sport Award goes to the athlete that plays 3 sports during a single school year. This takes tremendous commitment and dedication that deserves to be recognized. This year we have 20 recipients of this award. Freshmen TJ Klein, Andy Knox, Morgan Mauser, Cole Rayner, Blake Regnall, Ashley Smock. Sophomores Lucas Amend, Braden Elliott, AJ Hepner, Taylor Jones, Grace Martin, Andrew Moore, and Nate Simon. Juniors Paige Fitzgerald, Natalie Johnson, Whitney Leopold, Caitlin McCain, and Rachel Samet. Seniors Reagan Danko and Pearson Rice. My next award is called the Tri-Valley Athletic Booster Tri-Sport Athletic Scholarship. It is awarded to student athletes who participate in 12 IHSA sports over their 4-year career. They must have completed the 4-year sport or the 4 years of athletics in good standing. The scholarship program works just like the school's perfect attendance program. The boosters provide a lump sum of $3,000 to the scholarship fund, and any athlete that meets the requirement and completes the application process receives an equal share of the fund. This year we have 2 recipients of this award. Reagan Danko and Pearson Rice, both students will be attending Heartland College in the fall and will each receive a $1,500 scholarship. Congrats to both of you. My last award is the Marty Westerfield Award. Marty Westerfield was a student athlete who was a leader both in school and in sports. He was a positive influence on everyone around him and consistently exemplified the 4 Viking values of leadership: opportunity, dedication, and innovation. This award is given annually to the student athlete who displays these traits. This year's recipient of the Marty Westerfield Award is Patrick Williams. Congratulations, Patrick. Lastly, I just want to take a moment to thank all the seniors for their commitment over their 4 years here. And I know that you'll continue to make us proud. Good luck, and again, congratulations. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Roop. In addition to these local athlete awards, we also would like to once again recognize 2 students who are nominated to represent our school for the IHSA All-State Academic Team. The students that qualify for the IHSA All-State Academic Team are ones that have a GPA of 3.5 or higher, must have participated in at least 2 IHSA-sponsored activities during their last 2 years, and they must have demonstrated outstanding citizenship during their high school careers. There are over 800 IHSA member schools, and each school can nominate 2. Only the top 50 student athletes are recognized with either being on the All-State team or the Honorable Mention team combined. This year, we are very fortunate to have had both of our nominees earn All-State Honorable Mention. And so congratulations to these 2 students, Ryan Steiner and Reagan Danko. Congratulations on making the All-State Honorable Mention team. Our third and final part of this presentation today is our local scholarships. We have 5 that we're going to be presenting today, and I will start with a new scholarship, the Downs American Legion Scholarship. On behalf of all the Legionnaires of Post 1150, Commander Fred Myers is proud to announce that Downs American Legion Post 1150 first ever $500 scholarship winner. The criteria used to select the winner was based on being a senior at Tri-Valley, a C or better grade point average, and a letter explaining their plans to advance their education and work skills at a university, college, or trade school. All candidates in their applications provided their various activities and transcripts from TVHS, their activities and contributions made in their communities, along with thoughts on why they wish to pursue a career in the field of their choice. Thank you to each of the candidates who took the time to apply for this scholarship. The decision by the 5 judges who added their rankings to the final decision found it was very difficult because of the high level of candidates who applied. The 2020 Downs Post 1150 scholarship winner is Mr. Jacob Simpson. All the Post 1150 Legionnaires wish you great success at the University of Illinois Granger College of Engineering in your pursuit of a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering. The future is in your very capable hands. Congratulations. Next, our next scholarship that will be introduced, we'll have 2 that'll be introduced by Mr. John Nelson. Welcome, Mr. Nelson.
All right, thank you, Mr. Durgis. The Mason Spencer Memorial Scholarship Award. Mason Spencer was a Tri-Valley student that developed HLH, a rare disease that attacks the immune system during his time at Tri-Valley Middle School. Mason left for Cincinnati Children's Hospital just before the end of his 8th grade year to undergo a bone marrow transplant. Mason's body eventually began to reject the transplant. Complications followed, and although Mason was a tremendous competitor, he ultimately lost his battle with HLH on August 27, 2015. The Spencer family established the Mason Spencer Scholarship to honor the memory of Mason and his many unique characteristics. Mason was brilliant. His test scores were very high. He just wasn't a big fan of homework. As Ms. Pfeiffer can attest, as he turned in numerous math assignments he found in his locker on the last day of school. Mason was ornery and loved a good prank. During Mason's 7th grade year, student council was selling candygrams for 25 cents. However, to a few select students, candygrams went for 50 cents that year. Mason was involved. He was a student council president, a passionate member of the basketball team, and at Tri-Valley High School would have been a proud member of the Gold Rush. Because of Mason's numerous characteristics, selecting candidates for the scholarship is easy. However, as with every award, selecting a winner is difficult because of the outstanding students we have here at Tri-Valley. This year's nominees are Sarah Bull, Tyler Dishert, Drew Kitterman, CC Kraft, Maddie Strenz, and Nick White. This year's winner, like Mason, was highly involved in school activities, has a great sense of humor, and was never afraid to wear a tutu. The 2020 winner is Drew Kitterman. Congratulations, Drew. The next award, this is the first year for this award, the Blake Cowden Leadership Scholarship. Blake Cowden, a 2013 graduate of Tri-Valley, was a two-sport all-stater in football and basketball who had a tremendous ability to lead others and bring out the best in his teammates on the field in the court. Blake passed away December 4th, 2019, and as we remember this young man's life, it is the family's wish to honor a Tri-Valley High School senior with a scholarship in honor and memory of Blake. The committee searches for the athlete that possesses the most Blake-like traits and has been a captain of their team. Qualities family members and friends would use to describe Blake: hardworking on and off the court or field, self-driven, tremendous heart, competitor, effective communicator, school pride, team leader, raised the level of others around him, built relationships on and off the court or field. This year's winner was a fiery competitor every time they stepped on a field or floor. They raised the level of their teammates while showing a tremendous heart. The winner of the 2020 Blake Cowden Scholarship is Braden Zener. Congratulations, Braden.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Nelson. All right, we have just two left. Our next scholarship is the TVEA Scholarship, and presenting this award is Mrs. Marcotte. Welcome, Mrs. Marcotte, again.
As president of the Tri-Valley Education Association, I am proud to present this year's scholarship. The TVEA uses money donated as dues to provide a $1,000 scholarship to a graduating senior. The selection is based on the information provided by the students in essay form. Merit is based on future goals, student character, grades, and financial need, as well as other varying factors. The essays are read by a committee of high school teachers and ranked based on the previous factors. This year's recipient has been extremely involved in Tri-Valley, as well as committed to the community as a whole. Her loyalty to TV is unmatched. Her dedication helping others a model to inspire, and her future aspirations are outstanding. We are pleased to award the TVEA $1,000 scholarship to a young lady I always see smiling, Maddie Strenz. Congratulations.
All right, thank you so much, Mrs. Marcotte. And it is a very pro move with the clothes change between the two awards. Well done. Congrats, Maddie. Okay, so our final award is we are joined by Mrs. Barb Pearson for the Pearson Award winner. And for those of you who don't know Mrs. Pearson, she began teaching at Tri-Valley in 1980 and taught here for 33 years. Mrs. Pearson loves Tri-Valley, the students, the school, the community. We are honored again to have Mrs. Pearson join us, and she's going to be presenting the School Spirit Award. Welcome, Ms. Pearson.
Thank you, Mr. Durgis, and thank you for having me. I'm always thrilled to be a part of anything that has anything to do with Tri-Valley, and I'm happy to be here. I've really enjoyed listening to everybody talk about the accomplishments of Tri-Valley kids, and that goes back to the Tri-Valley teachers and staff, and I would like to compliment everybody on their year and their ability to adapt, which was truly amazing. The Barb Pearson Scholarship has also been called the Barb Pearson Spirit Award. And as you said, Barb Pearson loves Tri-Valley. And my idea of this award is to find a student who is a senior, who is all Tri-Valley, all in, involved in as many possible activities as one might acquire in a year. And if you can't be in it, you're going to support people who are in it to the max. And all of this is incorporated with responsibility and school leadership that's a natural leadership and encouragement of others, and there's always a good attitude involved, and Tri-Valley is a source of a lot of good students who fit those qualities. I would tell teachers who are making this selection to pick a Tri-Valley ambassador. If you can only pick one person from the senior class to represent the ideal student for Tri-Valley, that's the person that you want. And this year's winner is Sydney Nelson. And I was happy reading Sydney's Facebook post about Tri-Valley activities. And one of the things she commented about was being in the gold rush. And if you're in the gold rush, you're not participating on the floor, you're supporting others and supporting the school. And that's what I love. It makes me happy to say that Sydney Nelson is going to receive the $1,000 Barb Pearson Spirit Award for this year.
Thank you so much, Ms. Pearson, and thanks again for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Hey, we made it, and you're still watching. That's awesome. So thank you again to all the presenters. Congratulations to all of you who received honors and awards. It's I'm sure exciting for you to hear your name, be a part of this, and thank you for listening in. Congratulations to your families as well. To all of our Tri-Valley students, I miss you. I know our teachers miss you, and we look forward to seeing you back in the school soon. And to all of our seniors, congratulations to the class of 2020. Thank you everyone for watching. Go Vikings.